about the potential export market, we talk about the processes, and then the payment method and financing, and then preparation before we conclude. I have just about 2 hours. I'm hoping we'll be able to finish what we have to talk about. The first lecture is on the global opportunity. Why now is the time for Nigerian exporters? Quite frankly, now is the time for Nigerian exporters. And the reason is simple, because of the increase in exchange rate, which create opportunity for export, and the fact that Nigeria also has signed the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Look at this. Why? Okay, so why is $1 now about 1,600? We are far more productive in 1980 than we are today. In 1980, we are a net exporter of refined petroleum products. Today, we import all the refined products. In 1980, we rode on locally assembled cars, buses, Peugeot cars in Kaduna, Volkswagen in Lagos, Volkswagen cars in Lagos, Leyland in Ibadan, and Amco in Enugu produced buses and trucks. Steer in Bauchi producing agricultural tractor, and it was not just assembly. We are producing many of the components in Nigeria. Bono products in Lagos are producing the seat. Exide in Ibadan was producing the battery, not just for Nigeria but entire West Africa. Isoglass and TSG producing the windshield in Ibadan. Ferrodo in Ibadan producing brake and disc. Tire produced by Dunlop in Lagos and Michelin in Port Harcourt. And a new tire produced from locally produced rubber. We are listening to radio and TV assembled by Sanyo in Ibadan. I'm sure some of us older are familiar with Sanyo. Am I right? Yeah. We are putting in clothes produced by UNTL Textile Mine in Kaduna, General in Lagos, not from imported cotton, by the way, from cotton grown in Nigeria. We have Bata. I'm sure you remember Bata, right? Yeah. Bata and Nena. Yeah. Bata and Nena producing shoes that were put on not from imported leather, but from leather time in Kaduna. We were using refrigerator, freezer, and air conditioner produced by Thermocool in Nigeria. Our water was running through pipes produced by Quality Pipe in Kano. Toilet seat fitted with WC from Kano and Abeokuta, and with half-cooking gas with LPG gas stored inside the gas cylinder produced by a factory in Ibadan. Electricity were flowing through cable produced by Cable and Wheel in Lagos and Port Harcourt. We are mainly flying Nigerian Airways, and the list is endless. Now, I deliberately went through this, so when we think of export, we think beyond commodities. And think about the fact that we can actually produce, and we are producing for export, only that we're not doing more, as much as we should do, which is why Fidelity has put this program together. Now, if you look at this chart, you notice something about this chart. How do we end foreign exchange as a country? Just talking about why it is needed now. Foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment, remittances, trading goods and trading services. Now, if you look at this very well, you observe something about trading goods and trading services. You see these three, you rely on someone to get them. But you see these two, you decide you want to get it. Does that make sense? Does it make sense, please? Yes. For foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment, and remittance to come into Nigeria, someone will have to decide that you want to invest in Nigeria. But for these two, you and I, as Nigerians, we have to decide we want to earn forex. Now, meaning we have more control over this than this. But you know what happens? Government focus more on this because this is a lot easier. This is more work, right? So they focus more on this. So when you hear government talking about, and we have been able to attract a lot of investment, it looks like an achievement. But if we are what we should be, people will naturally want to invest in our country. So going to beg them to come is a misnomer really, because in the recent of the world, everybody wants to make money if there's opportunity to make money in any countries around the world. So focusing on this is very important, which is why this kind of conversation then become very necessary. But look at this. In Nigeria today, over 75% of Nigerian farmers are peasants. Less than 50% of our arable land are cultivated. We have 10-50% of post-harvest losses. We have insecurity in our farmland. We majorly depend on rainy season farming. There's inadequate funding, and there's no yield per hectare. These are all supposed to be disadvantages, right? Am I right? Yeah. But look at this. Despite this shortcoming, Nigeria is ranked among the major producer of exportable commodity in the world. Despite the shortcomings, let's look at them. Nigeria is the fourth largest producer of beans, largest producer of cassava, largest producer of tuber, yam tuber, 14th largest producer of maize, 14th largest producer of rice, the almost a world of almost 100 countries. Fourth in palm oil, fourth in fresh vegetable, first in sorghum, 11th in tomato, third in peanut, seventh in pineapple, second in ginger, fourth in sesame seed, fourth in cashew nut, 14th in soya, and 12th in rubber. What does that suggest to you? Can I hear from you? What does that suggest to you? Opportunities and potentials. Yes, another thing. What does it suggest to you?
We can do better.
We can do better.
For the insecurity.
If we take it seriously and fix our problems, we'll do better. A lot better. Because that's why I decided to reel out all the issues first and the challenges first. And then that despite those challenges, these are the data available. And be rest assured that this data is not fully captured. You can be sure there are a lot of farmers producing that is not captured among this. That is not captured among this. And even with the little that they are able to capture, not all see what we are able to get.